Well, good morning, everyone. A beautiful Saturday morning here in Rhode Island, in the historic Newport, Rhode Island, for a leisurely stroll along Bellevue Ave. Bellevue Ave, home of many mansions, historic mansions, Gilded Age mansions. We're talking about Vanderbilts and Astors. We're talking about late 1800s, very early 1900s. And we're going to go for a walk. We're going to see them. Thank you. We're going to see them from the outside. There is no intention at all of going into the mansions. There is a cost to get into each one. And, well, a lot of time. And time you kind of don't have. So, we have visited before the Marble House and the Breakers. And by the end of the day, I will have those links down in the description of this video. If you're watching this because you are a Gilded Age fan, and that's how you found us, thank you. I am as well, so is my wife. Hence why I decided to do this little stream. It is done live with a live stream with live viewers, so any interaction between myself will be with people in the chat. So if you're trying to figure out why is this guy talking so much and who is he talking to, that is why. It was not done in video format. It was done as a live stream on 9/20 of 2025. Little bit about myself. Don't let the name scare you, the channel name. I know it says Disney World Freak, but which we are Disney people, but hey, we can't always be in Disney, so I try to bring you a little bit of live local content from the great state of Rhode Island, southern Massachusetts. A quick hello to people already in the chat. Scott M, good morning. Home Candies, Captain Mickey Mouse, Jason Thibodeau, hello. Heather Springer, good morning. Captain Mickey Mouse, probably not. No. But Simba 2, Matt, good morning. So I decided to start. It's a long walk. We've done this walk before. That's why I contemplated, am I this crazy again? But Suzanne, my wife, is home taking care of some personal stuff. So I figured I have some time this morning. Then sit home and watch other YouTubers live from other locations. I figured, you know what, I'll do my own and go for a walk. Starting off here at the International Tennis Hall of Fame. Again, used in the show The Gilded Age. I think it was season 1, maybe season 2 as well, but season 1, where they had the tennis matches. Heather Springer, thank you for that. Appreciate that very much. Jason Thibodeau, no fear. Yeah, no fear. Matt, I believe I said hello. Heather, I know I've made you aware of, you know, the goal is not the goal, if that makes sense. It's not meant for the locals, not the locals, the regulars, I guess. But Jason and Heather, you guys are always so kind, and thank you for that. But yeah, Tennis Hall of Fame. We've, again, one of the videos I'll pin. No, it's a different video. I'll probably pin that one too in the description. We walked inside inside the Tennis Hall of Fame. Let's get going, because this walk is not short. T-Town, Mary Ellen, good morning. No, I guess I can't, Heather. You know what, crosswalk. We'll cross right here in a crosswalk. We're going to get onto the other side of the street, because the other side of the street is really where all really, really nice mansions are. So we're going to jump onto that side of the street. Again, this stream video was shared on a couple of Gilded Age pages. So hopefully some new faces will either watch or pop into the live stream. One or the other. Let me see. We started this walk at 8:31. We're going to go at a leisurely pace. We're not going to run through this. Normally, when I do long walk streams, I would park at one end, walk to the other end to start. So then when I get to the end, my car is there. I did not do that this time. I parked here. And well, we're going to have to walk to the end and then walk back. So I'd even contemplate Ubering back. But if you've never visited Newport, Rhode Island, I highly recommend it. We are local. For those of you new, watching on replay or new, this is the Audrain Automobile Museum. I like cars. I have not been inside this museum yet, but I do enjoy cars, especially classics. This family slash LLC slash whatever else they want to call themselves have done a massive takeover of a lot of restaurants. He is building a very large portfolio of restaurants, and that is me on the reflection there. That's a nice Carrera right there. Can't really see it. I don't know if you can really see it. No, you really can't. He's got some nice tint to this glass. But let me backtrack. If you have never... That's a nice private helicopter. I wonder who's in that. If you've never visited Newport, I highly recommend it. It is a tourist attraction. For us locals, it's something that I prefer to visit at this time of the year. There is still many tourists around, but it's not as bad as the summer. But the college kids are back in town because it is home to also Salve Regina University, which is a pretty large university. And, the college kids are here, but they're okay. I'm not saying, tourists are okay too, but traffic can be a rear end in the summer, a pain in the rear end in the summer. A lot of cruise ships come into port. Not really port. I guess they sit out in the over by the bridge. And they shuttle in. Some just to show you, that is, again, it's still part of the Tennis Hall of Fame. A lot of tennis courts back there. Serena Williams was just here to induct. Who was it? Kornikova? Not Kornikova. Who got inducted this year? The Bryan brothers, and I forgot. There was a female, very great athlete. I would try to be here when Federer gets inducted. I was a big Federer fan. Try to get here when Federer is inducted. T-Time, Mariella, I believe I said good morning to you. Uber Lyft to your car. No, I definitely will not. I would definitely not spend money to just, hey, walk is good. Walking is good for you, so it's okay. It is a lot of walking, but it is what it is. So again, just imagine back late 1800s, early 1900s. This road, this beautiful home, yeah. This road, all dirt, right, for the horses. They just had a, not a buggy, but a horse and carriage coaching. They had a coaching exhibit a few weeks ago. I, unfortunately, was intended to come and had a thumbnail and stream set up, but vehicle issues kept me from not coming. I was very disappointed that we didn't make it. Maybe it's every 3 years, so I guess in 3 years we'll try to catch it. But again, picture this road, all dirt, and they're just lining up these, what they called back then, summer cottages. These were not their homes. Again, these are the rich from New York. the steel tycoons of Pennsylvania. And this is where they would build their summer homes, their summer cottages. And when you see the size of some of these places, they're insane. My home alone can fit into 2 of their bedrooms. Andy, good morning, good afternoon. How are you? Welcome in. I am going to ask that you guys keep me updated on the clarity of the stream, because what I did notice is, for such an historic town, for such a large town in Newport, satellite service is not the greatest. Here's the problem with this is I can't go back and forth crossing streets to get shots of there's like, let me back up. There's boards, like there's one right there with details about said mansion. And here is another one, I believe, and anybody can correct me. Actually, I brought an extra device with me to correct myself. So that is the Isaac Bell House. I know I'm not showing much. I'm going to have to zoom in every once in a while. And I again apologize for the sound of traffic. It is a busy road. Score Jason, bom dia, querido. What's going on? A local Rhode Islander knows pretty well where I am right now. Sorry, just doing some typing real quick. So that is the Isaac Bell House. Now, Bellevue Ave is very long. For us Rhode Islanders, and we know this as 12-mile drive. So basically at those satellites starts a very long drive that brings you all down Bellevue Ave and along pretty much to the other side. Well, it's not the other side of town, because if I were to continue down the street, pretty much it ends that way. But it does a big loop along the ocean. Does a big loop, 12-mile drive along the ocean over by Newport Country Club, and many other mansions, which we will not be going. We're definitely not walking 12 miles today. Might be doing 2 or 3, but we're definitely not doing 12. Definitely not doing 12. But it's a wonderful drive. There is tours as well. There is bus tours. Just like there is in Hollywood and everything else. You jump on a bus and they drive very slowly, show you all the mansions and talk about them. Bellevue Court and Bellevue Ave. So here's the elms. I thought this lady was jumping out, but I just realized she is moving out of the way from the bikers. So we are going to jump. We'll jump back and forth. We'll cross the street. We'll jump back and forth. A lot of these homes now, and the sun is blaring, so can't really. This is right above that house, so you really can't see it. The elms here was definitely used in. No, I don't want to use a hotspot. Thank you. The elms was definitely used on the hit show, The Gilded Age. If you haven't watched The Gilded Age, it is on HBO Max. It is a magnificent show. If you like that type of thing, Downton Abbey, and somebody else try to compare it to Bridgerton. You can't compare it to that. Definitely cannot compare it to that. So because this is all private property, open to the public. I still am not allowed, well, not allowed, but we're going to try not to go into property that people will ask me to get out. So there is the beginning, the entrance of the Elms. I was here while they were filming the Gilded Age, and this entrance was used in a scene, and they were doing a lot of filming out here. The home actually used for McAllister in the movie, where they had a couple of outdoor scenes. I actually worked on that house many years ago. I've told that story many times. I used to work construction, carpentry, and the company I worked for, a local company out of Massachusetts, did all the remodel when it was bought by a reproductive surgeon, a doctor, reproductive doctor, and his wife, who used to be, I cannot recall the year, but it was in the 70s. She was a Miss America in the 70s. But they bought that mansion and hired the company I worked for to remodel the whole home. And the most work I did on that house was the roof. I re-shingled that whole roof. Can't really see much. The entrance is on the side road there. So we're not going to sit here and read everything. You guys can, screenshot it if you'd like and read everything. The battle for historic preservation. The Elms and its neighbors. So we have the Elms, Villa Rosa, is that Rom Cottage, the Well House, and Arlay. A lot of these homes now are run by the Preservation Society, Newport's Historical Society. All right, we're gonna cross again. I'll be doing a lot of back and forth. Appreciate anybody tuning in live, as well as those who intend on watching, maybe on replay. Maybe it's something you'd love, I don't know, interests you. You're watching this on replay. Again, I apologize for all the talking, but just trying to give you a little tidbits of what we're seeing. As well, like I said, this was done live. And there is some people who are actually here watching and chatting, as YouTube, maybe it wasn't intended for that, but it is what a lot of people do now on YouTube. We are primarily a Disney community of YouTubers. Beautiful little home here, Wayside. Again, not all of them are, 4 stories high. Most of them do have 20-foot ceilings. A lot of bikers this morning, I noticed that. Temperature-wise, it's a wonderful, beautiful, about time 60 degrees out. And I say that because yesterday it was 79 and the ACs are off in my home and my thermostat got up to almost 90 degrees. So it was pretty warm in the house. But, today it is a beautiful 60 degrees out right now. A wonderful day for a bike ride. Dave Stragon, good morning, Dave. Welcome in. Fisher Bus Company out of out of Somerset, Massachusetts. How many of you actually visited Newport? I know Score Jason has. How could he have not? Pretty much lived over here. Cocoa Bears. Hi from Los Angeles. Call us when are you coming? California Disneyland. God knows, Cocoa Bears. I don't know. I wish I had a date, I've had many dates in mind. This is not smart. I shouldn't be showing this, but this is not smart. Why would you leave Amazon packages right here? That's going to disappear very quickly. It really is. But yet there's some on the doorstep. Dave has been here. A couple of car museums. That's right, Dave, you did. That's right. I forgot that. Yeah, we just walked by Audrain, and then there's the other large one I believe that you went to over in Portsmouth. Actually, it's not Newport yet. Again, I because of the show Gilded Age, Suzanne and I watch. This has been here for a long time, of course, and we've lived here our whole lives. That's a beautiful shot, but I don't want to stand in the middle of the road. So you can barely see it. But at the end of this road is the ocean. So a lot of these mansions, or pretty much all of these, I guess. This is the Preservation Society building here. They weren't built on the ocean. They weren't like ocean cottages. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of them, which is pretty much Salve Regina and the Breakers, of course, that is built on the ocean front. But a lot of them weren't. A lot of them were set in more. A lot of them. All of these, just to be clear, were set in more. It is a beautiful city. It is a beautiful city, but my wife actually works out here. So I believe our car was saying, where are we going? It's Saturday. Why are we taking this road? What are we doing? Suzanne just puts the car in like cruise control. And it can bring her to work. I don't mean that it's a smart car or anything. I'm just saying she does that drive a lot, so it just brings her to work. But the Osgood Pell House, that's what this one was. The Osgood Pell House. There was going to be a lot of people walking by, a lot of cottage kids, a lot of college kids just getting their exercise in. So we're going to try to, here's some more bikers, a lot of bikers, a lot of college kids just getting their walks in, their runs in. Good for them. Because I know when I was that age, that wasn't the thing I was thinking of. There was no exercise thoughts in my head. But I've said it earlier, there's the villa. I've said it earlier, if you do plan on visiting Newport, this is the time of the year to come. September, October, April, maybe even May. Summertime can get a little busy, a little crazy. The bars are open. I mean, the bars are still open, but a little crazy. Newport also home to the original Naval Academy. Now pretty much being taken over. It's still a Navy school of sort, a naval property, but it's been pretty much being taken over by NOAA. NOAA is taking it over. They're building a large pier. NOAA and the Coast Guard, actually. They're building a large pier for some of their ships. We haven't even gotten to the big boys, the real big boys. I wore a long sleeve today, thinking it was going to be a little cooler. Should have just left the long sleeve in the car. That's what I should have done. Might be taking it off soon and wrapping it around our waist. not a bad idea. The more I'm starting to think of Ubering back, the more I realize how long this road really is. It is frightening to think I'm going to walk the whole thing down and the whole thing back. But again, for tourists, this is a wonderful thing. You get your steps in. A lot of beautiful homes to view. Again, many of them, not all of them, some are still privately owned, but many of them are open to the public for tours. Chateau sur Mer. And again, I am local here to Rhode Island, Massachusetts. My Portuguese heritage and being born here. The accent does not help me sometimes. And pronunciation is not going to be the greatest, but could be Surmar, could be Sumer. But again, this home was used in the Gilded Age, built in 1851 to 1852. One of a Victorian district preserve homes. I'm going to try to see it from the streets because, again, we don't want to get in any sort of trouble walking into any sort of property that we are not welcome in. Now, I wish, and I could easy with my second device, and I do repeat this for the Gilded Age fans because, well, hopefully, as a YouTuber, you hope people watch your stuff, and as a Gilded Age fans, I wish I kind of remembered exactly scenes that each home was used for. A lot of them were used for the interior, but I know the outside of this one was used for a carriage coach drop off. I believe Bertha was dropped off. Let's see if I can get a clear view for you guys. Maybe we'll zoom in. There we go. I know the sun's not helping much, but we'll zoom in a little bit. There we go. I see somebody saying good morning to my sister. My sister's in here. I did not see her pop in. Oh, there she is. I know last time I was here, I actually walked in there, but I saw a couple of cars, so I'll let the runners by. Wow, this guy's very loud on his bike. Just talking on the phone, being very loud. Just a little refresh there. Might need a little more than that. I do wish they'd invest a little bit and redo some of these signs. 1852. Yeah, see, this gate is closed. So, one of the streams will pin down. By the end of the day, I'll have it pinned in the description. I did walk into this property and close to the home, and I realized this gate was closed. And I had to jump this wall to get out. So, yeah, we're gonna try to avoid walking into properties where I have to jump walls. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate it. Speaking of Uber or Lyft, there's one right there. Actually, maybe if my sister left the house right now, she can meet me at the end and drive me back to my car. That's how long it's going to take us. Again, from where we live, we are locals. Like I said, Suzanne does work out here. It's a 25-minute drive, 25 minute. And, you know, follow the speed limits, depending on traffic. It's a good 25-minute drive to here. It's nothing close because it ain't all highway. There is a little bit of highway. So it's not like you can just, you know, hammer it there, take an exit and you're there. Vernon Court, National Museum of American Illustration. Can't really see it, unfortunately. A lot of wrought iron fencing and gates. A lot of runners, a lot of clear his throat. She got you coffee there, good. Yeah, she did. I didn't have any this morning. Suzanne found some different coffee. I made a cup this morning. I don't like, beautiful, I love this clock. I always love this clock right here. Victoria Ave. Always love this clock. The Illustration Museum clock, dedicated Judy and Lawrence Cutler. The sign's a little aged. The sign. 2003, July 4th, 2003. Again, a beautiful piece of art, in my opinion. This, I'm trying to give you a better, again, I'm trying to do my best to try to show you all these mansions, all these cottages. And now I can't zoom back out. Some of them are hidden. They're just out in the back, hidden. Can't really see them. There is a lot of beautiful ones. Again, we're not walking the whole thing. We're gonna walk pretty much most of it, but like I said, it's we're not gonna go over to the ocean. We're not gonna go over by the cliff walks. I mean, by the Ocean Drive. There's the sign too, Ocean Drive. There's a lot of beautiful mansions. Jay Leno owns his home over there. Judge Judy has her home over on Ocean Drive. A lot of beautiful mansions over there as well. So, did I just, yeah, it is the street, Ruggles Ave. Take a left here on Ruggles Ave. It'll bring you directly smack dab. It'll smack you right in the face to the Breakers mansion, which is, of course, the largest mansion here. What do we have here? Fair Lawn. Demolition and revival of Fair Lawn, built 1852 to 1853. Which would be this little, I call him little, this little guy. This little guy right here. A lot of these homes too. Oh, this is part of Bellevue, Virginia. Some of these homes have been turned into condominiums, apartments. It's a nice little one there. Again, this is, just imagine being early. Wow, what a beautiful. On my camera, that looks beautiful. The sky doesn't look that blue as it does on my camera. It really doesn't. I don't know why, but that camera showed showed a pretty nice blue. But a lot of these homes are, like I said, apartments, condominiums now. But I go back to, let's take ourselves back to 1850s, 1860s, and 70s, where all these homes were just being built. This, of course, I'm sure it wasn't, well, maybe it was this wide, but dirt for the horses. Because, I mean, we're going 1850s. We had no cars for this. This was horses. There was a lot of poo and dung being picked up from these roads. Now, up these two roads, well, this one's a one-way down, but up these roads again is where the breakers were. Salve Regina University would have been up that road and pretty much to the left. So everything to the left, if you're staring at the breakers, would be Salve Regina. And they themselves have many beautiful castles, mansions that's used for the university. Again, little guy just settled right here in the middle of all of this. Here's another tour bus. A lot of tour buses. And the tourists are out. They might be even a cruise ship sitting over by Fort Adams. I didn't get to watch the news this morning. They usually put up a shot. They got one of those news cameras, sitting on the building. You can usually see which cruise ship is in town. Right, Heather? I wouldn't mind a bedroom in the cottage. I'd be happy with that. Again, we have seen the Marble House inside. Suzanne and I have visited the breakers where we did stream it, but picture quality wasn't the greatest because imagine you're inside all this granite, internet service, or what do you call it? Cell service was not the greatest. So picture quality was not too good, but we'll pin that in the description below. Rosecliff, I love Rosecliff, very beautiful mansion. Again, I don't want to misspeak, but if you're new watching me, I do that a lot. And then I get called out for it, and that's okay. I mean, we're not all perfect. We think we know some things, and maybe we don't. But I can't remember if it was Rosecliff. Maybe somebody can Google it and correct me. I can't remember if it was Rosecliff that was used for the movie The Great Gatsby with Robert Redford, who has just passed away a couple of days ago. The Great Gatsby a lot of it was filmed here. I'm not quite sure if it was the Rosecliff. Debbie Bernfeld, hello, Debbie. Welcome in. Kay Wilby, hello, Kay. Kay's at work. Well, thank you for throwing us on, Kay, while you're at work. One of these mansions, and it's not the Rosecliff because that is, I think, still run by the Preservation Society, is owned by, is it Larry Ellison, the CEO of Oracle? He owns one of these big boys. There's the White House. Why go to Washington, D.C. when you can just come here to Newport? It's a quicker drive, and you can see the White House. Beautiful little home. I call it a little home, but these I know are condominiums inside their apartments. Those are apartments inside. That one I know for sure. So this is closed for a private event. Not that I would walk up there and I don't need, authorities to be called today because I'm walking on private property. But so a lot of them set in back and up on a hill, which gave them some view of the ocean without being right on it. The museum where I work is having a big fundraiser this weekend, so I'll be in and out of the stream. No, Kay, no problem. We appreciate when you can and when you do pop in. Kay's been a very long supporter of mine ever since I started these streams 5 years ago, maybe. Not these streams, but any stream. Kay is Seacliff. Here's Seacliff. This is the beginning of Seacliff, private, of course. Maybe this is the... Again, I brought the extra device. I brought my son's phone so I can Google some stuff. And right now I'm just concentrating on walking straight and just getting some of this done. Morning. We'll take the camera off of security. But yes, Kay's been around a long time. I appreciate when Kay comes in. Nice little landscape being done. This house is, again, it's a private home being remodeled. Now, we've done it before, and we're definitely not doing it now. We're not doing it now because a lot of damage has been done to, pick up your feet, Carlos, don't fall, to the cliff walk itself. But you could get to a certain point, which we're going to try to get to, pretty much the bend on Bellevue Ave, where you can get onto the cliff walk. And we did this in the past, and then walk the cliff walk all the way back to at least the breakers. Well, further, but that was dangerous of me last time. And now that the cliff walk is even more ruined, it'd be even harder to do. So we're not going to do it. But if they ever do fix the cliff walk completely, it is something that could be done. This is the parking lot right here. You can park. And if you're driving in, rental or your own vehicle, you want to come visit the mansions, I believe they open at 9 o'clock, 9:09. Park here. Here's your first one that I know is still open for tours, is right here, the Marble House, which to me is my favorite. I know the Breakers is the Breakers. Everybody wants to see the Breakers. I really enjoyed the Marble House. I've always enjoyed this house. The Marble House also has the tea garden home, cottage, shed, whatever you want to call it, in the back, which we're not going to be able to see because they're not going to let me in to do a quick tour of the I don't see. I'll pay at the door. Okay, so they're charging me was at the door, so I'm not gonna. Tempting to zippity doo Doug. What's up, Doug? Yeah, I'm not going down to Vambiolo home. Well, I'm going down to it, but I don't know if I'm going to. Thank you, Debbie Bernfeld. I appreciate that. They filmed in a Great Gatsby in that ballroom. Which ballroom? The Marble House? I know there's a lot of outdoor scenes, and I believe it was back at that other home we were at. Some of these rooms were used for. Again, the Gilded Age. But there's the Marble House right now, and security's in right here. He's not going to let me in, and that's okay. But we're not going to do it today. If weather holds off, maybe in the next week or two, maybe we'll do the backside of the cliff walk, where you'll be able to see the tea shed. I call it a shed. It's not a she shed, it's the tea shed. It's a Chinese little, it's designed like a little Chinese home. The Marble House, thank you. Yeah, a lot of the Marble House, a lot of the indoor was used for certain movies, certain shows. The breakers, the inside of breakers, a lot of it was used for, again, the Gilded Age and some movies. There's another private home here. The 8th one, yeah, the backside of the cliff walk. Cliff walk is very nice. I enjoy the cliff walk. We've been on a cliff walk many times. We have streamed a cliff walk a few times. Cliff walk is very beautiful. On a nice summer day, it's pretty cool back there, and I mean like temperature-wise. And even now with some waves crashing, and it's very nice back there. It really is. Private property, of course, we know that. Trying to see which home this is. And I'd like to, really quick, just thank everybody who is watching live. A shout out to those who may be watching the replay. Thank you for that. Again, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. You know, a gentleman just walking down the street showing homes. But I think we nowadays, I shouldn't say that, but I, myself nowadays, I don't watch YouTube anymore for the content. I watch it for the creator. You know, again, based on the name of our channel, we are, like I said, Disney community of viewers and streamers. That's who most of our friends are. But I think we don't watch much for the content anymore. You've seen one Disney, you've seen them all. It's just my opinion. Thank you, Kay. Again, you guys didn't have to do any of that. YouTube throws little, trying to see what that sign says, because that is one large, it's nice when there's no vehicles coming. You can cross. Good morning walking, less vehicles, and you can do stuff like this. Ravensky Park. Oh, it's a park. It's not even a home. See? I'm like, why is there so much land here? It's a park. Like I said, YouTube throws, we don't do this for the financial gain. And I say we, I say me. I say we because it is a family channel. As much as my wife is not a big part of the streams, she is like the, this mansion always bothered me. It looked fake. It looked cardboardish. Like a movie set. Like, I don't know if you get what I mean. The drapes are always down, right? It's always blocked off. You want to wonder. You start to wonder, like, who lives here? Who owns this and why? How many times do they visit? Do they visit? I mean, there's just a tarp sitting there with some mulch on it or something, but. What was I saying? Yeah, it's a family channel. We started this channel, and again, for my regulars, sick of hearing the spiel, but we started this channel to record all our Disney trips, so we can go back and see. It's the great thing about YouTube. It will always be there. You can go back and watch some old content of yourself, your family. In our Disney trips, and we've filmed some other things because like I said, we can't always be in Disney, so we try to do some local stuff. But never in my mind did I ever once, thought that, I'm going to do this for financial gain. I'm doing this for some, part-time job. To use the term that a friend of mine used on a different stream, I have a job. I have a real job. This is just for and this is going to be my first bad word of the day. It's not really a bad word, but this is for our shits and giggles. We do this because we enjoy it. We do this because it's fun. I have a running joke where I make 18 cents a day on my videos. I think it's up to 82, but no, this isn't, it's not a job. It's not financial. Wow, I can't believe we're at the curve or at the turn already. It's none of that, but it is always appreciated when somebody, is very generous. To me, the generosity is just putting us on and listening and interacting and, just being here. That's the generosity. But when you guys dig into your heart and give a little, we always appreciate it. It's never asked, never, we don't pin it anywhere. We don't pin PayPals or Venmos, and there is channels out there it'll be like, pin a. They'll tell you they're not doing something until, hey, good morning, how are you? They're not I don't want to yeah, we don't pin it, we don't ask, we're not like, we're not going to do something unless we, make this much or get to so many views or likes or whatever. But yeah, that's my spiel of every stream I get into, and I apologize, especially to the new people, if you're watching this on replay. Yeah, but I just stopped real quick because this is all brand new painted. This is very nice. I stopped because that was a nice Suburban sitting there. Security detail. Again, it makes you wonder who is inside said mansion. How long have we been going? How long did it take me to walk this? An hour. So it took me an hour. I haven't really stopped. I am going at a regular pace. I'm not running. I'm not. Miramar Castle, Miramar Mansion. More security. Some really, you can't really see it. We'll try to catch it on the way back, because we are going to walk back. But I am tempted to go in the back now of Cliff Walk to see if there's a private event set up behind Miramar. So it took us an hour to walk pretty much to what I call the bends. You can see the yellow arrows there. There is a bend there, which is going to start heading towards Ocean Drive. Belcourt Castle. This is Belcourt. We're going to cross the street and take a look at Belcourt. Tiki Man fan, Tim, I apologize. I saw Tim come in, and I did not say hello. The gate is closed, but there's a little opening right here. Do I want to get in trouble? I don't know what the hell. We'll get in a little bit of trouble. Not really trouble. We're not going to walk up there. I just want to get a better view of Belcourt. That's a nice view of Belcourt right there. A lot of horses. A lot of bronze horses. More security, but now with a golf cart. I am very intrigued now. Is it a political fundraiser? Is it... I am very intrigued with what's going on in Miramar. I'm going to cross the street again. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate it. Yeah. Good morning, Tim.
Yeah.
Right across the street here. Nice little home being remodeled here. A lot of remodeling going on. A lot of remodeling. Now we're coming up to I know I said the Marble House. I should have rephrased that. The Marble House of the preserved mansions that you can visit is my favorite. But this one up here has always been like my favorite mansion of all time. It's very spooky, very, gothic looking. Miramar's own, really? Blackstone, the grill? Is it really? It's good to know. You know, my sister was good for something. Coffee and research. So this is Rockcliffe, okay? I can't really walk up there because this is privately owned. I mean, I guess they're all privately owned, but you know what I mean. But it's like somebody's home. I'm not going to go walk in somebody's yard, if that makes any sense. Tina, have you left yet so you can pick me up? Gregory likes spooky. It is spooky. It's very gothic looking, very castle-ish, if that's even a word. It's not a word. Very castle-ish looking. I hope that's a skunk, because somebody's really hitting some stuff nice and early. This is Rough Point. Rough Point is open. No, unfortunately, there's a gatehouse right here, so I'm not going to be able to go in and check out Rough Point. I'm sorry, I was wrong. It's not Rockcliffe that I'm a fan of. This one right here, Rough Point. We can walk around towards the back and take a better look. Again, not allowed. Not that I'm not allowed. You gotta pay to visit all these mansions, and we're not going to just go into some of these mansions here. I said I wasn't going to do this walk over to the back of the investment. Oh, well, I thought you meant Blackstone the Grill. That company. So this is the one I was talking about, Rough Point right here. Very gothic. Doris Day used to own a mansion out here. Oh, this gate's open too. Maybe we can get a decent look. Unless there's security right here. There isn't. I understand. I'm not asking you to come to Newport. I'm asking you to come pick me up. So I don't have to walk this back. Yeah, see the streets all the way down there. Do I want them? All right, we'll show you a little bit of the cliff walk. Well, we'll go see a little bit of the cliff walk. So this is the bend, that pretty much starts leaving you Ocean Drive. Private beaches, more mansions. Jay Leno, Judge Judy Holmes. Now, Leno, I know, is not in town. He is often here, but I'm going to tell you, I know he's not here yet because he just put out a video while he was interviewed somewhere in California. And he will be here definitely next week. Not next week, I'm sorry, in 2 weeks. Because the Ore Drain will be doing their car show the concourse, Newport ordering Newport Concourse Auto Show. So the breakers will be full of cars out in the lawn and a couple other mansions. But he is the, what do you call it? The chairman of that car show. So I know he'll be here for that. Ledge Point Cottage. Something being built right now. Like, I didn't miss the street, did I? No. I love these trees right here. All right, we're going to turn down Ledge Road. We'll turn down Ledge Road. We'll see a little bit of the cliff walk. Pretty much the end of the cliff walk. This is where it ends. It starts over on, what's the name of that road? That's not Beach Road. What is that? That's where Second Beach is. Not quite sure the name of the road, but that's where the cliff walk starts. And it ends pretty much down here. Hope everybody's had a great work week. Or if you're on vacation, even better. Hopefully a wonderful start to your weekend. Thank you for picking us to pretty much start your Saturday off. We went from 80s to low 60s for temperature. Love New England weather. Love where we live. I mean, you know, every state's got their thing. Not sure what we have planned for the rest of the day. Suzanne's been stressed, very stressed. I'm gonna take her out for dinner or something. Very stressed woman right now. Beautiful homes down this road. This road always has just some, you know, little beautiful homes like this one. Here at the end, there is a beautiful cottage. Beautiful mansion. This one's called The Waves. You got these. I always love this architecture, these designs. I mean, how cool. I know you can't see it too well because of the sun, but how cool is this architecture right here, this design? And this is just what, the garage. Buddy, I know I'm filming your house, man, but I'm on the public street, so can't really, thank you. I got a lot of side eye there, just a little bit. Had this going through mom's stuff and cleaning out garages. The garage is a vehicle. I'm sorry, what'd you say? My vehicles. Vehicle. How's the weather, Heather? We're almost there. I keep telling myself the further away I'm walking from my car is not the greatest idea. Because I do have to walk all the way back. Can you imagine me calling a lift from here to my car? Pay $10 because I didn't want to walk back. Yeah, would definitely not do that. Unfortunately, there's no parking here. I mean, there's signs everywhere: no parking, no parking, no parking. But we'll park on the grass and everything. I shouldn't, be bashing it too much because I have done it, because there is some beautiful views right here. So I have done it myself. Epcot forever. Jordan, what's going on? 64. That's about what we have right now. Oh, I'm getting my steps in, Kay. You ain't kidding me there. Disneyland fan, Steve, what's going on? Jordan, hello. Jordan knows exactly where we are. Jordan's another local guy. Dad still lives pretty much here. This is Dad's home. Don't let Jordan ever fool you guys on stream. His father owns his house right here. This is why we're coming over. I'm coming here so I can knock on the door and use the restroom. Jordan, tell Dad to let me in. Tell him to open the gate for me. I'm joking, folks. Oh, actually, there was a porta potty right there. That was funny. That was not I was not expecting to see that. See, this home still had the old slate roof. That is not shingle, folks. That is stone. That is slate roofs up there. That's a beautiful German Shepherd. And folks, and I know you can kind of already see it, but this is just like, the living quarters for the help, because once you come around this corner here, this thing smacks you right in the face. Look at this beauty. Love this. This is right here. Architecture at its best. Look at this. Tennessee Bear, Tim, what's going on? Welcome in. Look at that. That is just again, and we're not going back just now. Forget about going back to 1900. Just imagine sitting up on that little stoop up there, and this is your view every morning. You talk about morning brews from home. I'd sit up there, do a coffee, have my coffee, do a morning brew every morning. So this is it. This will be the end of the cliff walk. We're going to walk a little bit, just so I can show you the back of Rough Point. Well, I guess there is a little bit more, right? Because that's not private. No, yeah, it continues a little bit. But pretty much right here is the end. Yeah. Look, it's a record, it says. Once these people move, I will show you. See Street Ferry going over to Block Island. So, cliff walk. You are here. Okay, we are here at the waves. So it ends here at Bailey's Beach, which is around the corner. The mansions that you can see: Land's End, Rough Point, Chinese Tea House, Beechwood, Marble House, the back of it, Rose Cliff, the Breakers, of course, Ocean Court, Booker Court, 40 steps. There are steps right there. Goes all the way down to the water. Easton's Beach. That was the beach I was thinking of. Well, here's Easton's Beach. So it starts here. What is that road? Memorial Boulevard. It starts on Memorial Boulevard. And you can walk it all at one point. A lot of it is, maybe that's why it's red now. A lot of it is not, it says difficult. Difficult, my rear end. A lot of it blocked off. Some of it's falling apart. And it's just something the state does not want to spend money on, which is unfortunate. Go up a little bit. Oh yeah, my servant does the morning brew for me, right? Not me. I'm not doing the morning brew. The servant does it for me. Again, I've done it before. There is a stream out there. Maybe I'll put it out. Maybe I'll link it to this one. Where we literally walked back on stream. We went all the way back towards the breakers on here. Nothing I am going to attempt today. I do have the shoes for it. I just don't have the the guts for it today. It is a very clear morning. Got some lobster guys out there looking for lobster. Got some lobster hunters, some fishers. I'm going to not look at chat real quick because I need to watch where I'm stepping. I don't want to fall and break something. Here's your view every morning from that home. Oh, I have the knees, Tim. I just don't have the turbines. See if I can show you in the back of Rough Point. Gotta go around. I have the knees for it. I don't know if I have the ankles for it. Let me see. Okay. See, a lot of the walk is paved. And some of it is just this stuff. You gotta like climb over all these. Again, this look at that right there. That is beautiful. Send that as your Christmas card. I don't remember now. How do I get around this? I thought it was along the fence. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's up here. It's been a while, folks. Bear with me. Been a bit. Can I go that way? I think so. This might go far when I fall and break my neck. No, she's down there. Hold on. Okay, maybe it was that way. All right. All right. I found it. I gotta apologize for the wind. Nothing I can do. Here we go. Clear path. Donna Jaworski. Hello, Donna. Donna knows where we are too. Donna, another. Sister says you can't hear me, just win. I believe it. Sorry. Donna, born and raised in our little state as well. wasn't leaving us much room to walk. He's got a big branch in his mouth. Sorry, folks, just because of the wind, I've decided not to talk. Rob, what's going on? Tell me about it, Donna. Look at this. This is what we got to walk over. Oh, man. Watch the ankles. Watch the ankles. Yeah, I saw the little freeze there. I apologize. Might have been all the bouncing I was doing. But it's the back of Rough Point. I was going to attempt to walk the rest of this, but it's not going to happen. Not with a gimbal in my hand. So I'm going to end this here. I'm going to end the stream here. I'm going to put everything in my pocket and start working my way back that way and around the street, just to be on the safe side. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you watch this on replay, thank you for watching. All the super chats, thank you guys. Really, really appreciate it. You guys mean a lot. And, thank you for the generosity. Besides that, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm sure we'll see you in other people's chats. And yeah, that's it. Bye, everyone.